Hey guys, what's up, football fans? Welcome on in to the channel, bringing you some of the best sports content around. I am your guy, the Sports Judge. Make sure to like and listen to every video. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. A big time matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and Philadelphia Eagles, where the Eagles looked like the best team in the league. The game was a little bit closer in terms of scoring than it actually was when you watched the game. I felt like the Eagles dominated the Ravens physically on both sides of the ball. The game really could have, would have been a blowout if not for the 9 penalties the Eagles had to overcome, the injuries, the refs, yes, them too. There were also some bad offensive play calls on first and second downs. This game was about adjustments, which the Eagles mastered and the Ravens didn't. And again, like I've been saying the last couple of weeks, the Eagles are a really good team. You have to match their level of physicality, because if you don't, then they'll out physical you. It's more than a gut punch. It's knocking out your teeth. It's a physical game, and the Eagles just were the more physical team. Their identity is physical. And if you're going to challenge that, then you have to show up and out physical them. And a lot of teams, you see it often with the Baltimore Ravens, they beat themselves with costly, self-inflicted mistakes that usually end up costing them in the game. Just a reminder for those who think Lamar Jackson is the best football player in the NFL. He's not. Great regular season quarterback when he wants to be. Okay, I can give him that. Sunday's game was a regular season contest, and he puts up a clunker. Literally gives the game away. That was not MVP type football. And sorry, he is not the MVP this year. Now, last season, I was real nice about giving him his flowers and crowned him the league MVP. This year, I don't feel that same way I felt about him last season. It's not what he does in the regular season. It's what he doesn't do in the playoffs. But on this particular Sunday, Lamar was bad. I mean, I'm just calling it for what it is. And I like Lamar Jackson. I think we can't take away the fact that he's one of the most skilled quarterbacks to ever play the game. It would be wrong of me to say he's not a talented player. I have the utmost respect for him. But that performance yesterday wasn't the performance of an elite quarterback. That's usually what you get from Lamar when he has to go toe-to-toe with one of the elite teams in the league. And the Ravens got some major issues they got to deal with. And so I think what you were watching on Sunday was a quarterback who everybody seems high on, calls him elite, says things like he's the best player in football. What you witnessed on Sunday was Lamar Jackson at his worst. That was the second time in 3 weeks that Lamar played poorly. Egregious misses, and the reason the Ravens will fall short every time the postseason comes and come up short of the main objective is because of Lamar Jackson. We've been saying this. When he's trying to make Superman plays, it usually ends badly for Lamar. That's normally when he gets himself in trouble. This was the worst performance from Lamar. Baltimore, the defense and special teams are liability. And on top of that, you have a quarterback missing wide open receivers. And sometimes we hype him up so much that we just forget that he has 1 or 2 bad games that has you asking yourself questions about him. And the one question for me is, can he get it done in the playoffs? Not if he's going to look as bad as he did on Sunday. You're the most important player on the team. And if you were to believe he can carry this offense and get this team over the hump, you would have a hard time believing it. And you can't really trust him to deliver in big games because history tells you he's not that dude. Looking at this game, I thought he didn't see the field clearly and tried to do everything. Misses a wide open Isaiah Likely late in the first quarter for what would have been a huge gain. And the one thing I will say, I think in the last 3 weeks, he has played his way out of MVP talks. That's 5 losses. Sometimes I just think he doesn't have it in him to win. Y'all got to turn the lenses off Lamar Jackson because he's not playing consistent ball right now. One play, he makes a spectacular play. Then everybody is screaming about how good he is. Then in the next game, he's looking like he's a bona fide scrub. The Ravens are not dynamic enough and can never get over the hump because Lamar Jackson plays like he's Superman in every game, especially against a top opponent. And in reality, he shouldn't have to be Superman to win every game. A clear indictment of the coaching staff, roster construction, special teams, O-line play, and play calling. But obviously, credit to the Philadelphia Eagles with Saquon, A.J. Brown made some big plays. Jalen Hurts came up clutch, and that defense did what it does. In the trenches on both sides, the Philadelphia Eagles absolutely won that battle. To hold Derrick Henry to under 100 yards rushing, to hold Lamar Jackson to under 100 yards rushing after they allowed a touchdown and a field goal on the first 2 drives to start the game. I mean, that's impressive, right? They allowed 3 points to the rest of They allowed 3 points in the rest of the game to one of the best offenses in the NFL. And you talk about toughness, dominance, and physicality. The offensive line against the best rushing defense in the league was still able to produce a 100-yard game for Saquon. They ran the ball well. Jalen Hurts takes care of the football, and they play great defense. That is old school smash mouth defense. A heck of a statement win from the Eagles. The big thing for me when it comes to the Ravens, because we can talk about the studs on offense, which Lamar and Henry are studs. They have playmakers at the end of the day. But I think the big thing for me is Lamar Jackson being able to make the plays necessary to put his team in position to win games. And that's a reality. Their down-to-down efficiency is just not good enough in tight games. Lamar isn't surgical enough in the pocket to just consistently make big plays. You gotta hit big plays to move you up and down the field. And so I feel like when the big plays go away or not there, they're just not consistent enough on offense. Credit to Eagles defensive coordinator Vic Fangio, because he's taken away a lot of those big plays from opposing teams. The thing that's confusing about the Ravens and their defense is that it's the type of offense that is built to manipulate defenses and confuse opposing defenses, where it's like we know we're going to be on schedule after first down, where we get 4 yards in the run game, and then we're going to be able to do whatever we want on second down and then stay ahead of the chains. But when Lamar is all of a sudden, when he just can't hit some easy targets, he had a lot of misses and overthrows that you're going, this is an MVP candidate. They're not good closing out games, and we have to talk about it. Justin Tucker, and he's missed more field goals this year than he's missed in any year of his career. He's got the lowest make percentage of any kicker in the NFL with a minimum of 20 attempts. He's just completely fallen off the map. I don't know what's happened to him. Right now, it's all bad for the Ravens, particularly on offense and special teams. When you're competing against a team that's competing for a Super Bowl and that's the performance you get from the offense, how are you going to win a shootout against the Bills or Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs? The Ravens, to me, are not a very good football team. And a lot of it is because Lamar Jackson makes those small, silly mistakes that ends up costing his team. And now you have a kicker, a veteran kicker who's been around a long time, who is missing field goals. And that kind of stuff swings your confidence. So I think the Ravens, man, they got a lot of things they need to clean up if they want to be this team that contends in the playoffs. But as of right now, I just don't see it. And last night on Sunday, that showed me, or it told me everything I need to know about the Baltimore Ravens. All right, guys, I'm out of here. It's been real. It's getting dark in my car. But, hey, it's been fun chatting with you guys. As always, I love talking sports. You guys know where it's at. You guys know where you guys can find me. And, hey, you guys can also keep up with me on Instagram, SportsJudge85. Also, hit me up on my Facebook fan page. You can find me on Facebook, The Sports Judge, as well. Take care, everyone. You guys have a good night. I'm about to eat dinner now, and I'm about to get ready for this Monday Night Football game. But we'll talk again very soon, everyone. Take care, guys. Peace.